Just got done with a long day, just about done with the gym. Some cleaning up, some fine touches, some details, and we will be ready for a tour. And I'll show you guys what we got. But today, I want to share with you guys a couple thoughts on squats. Don't have an exact idea what prompted this. It was just in my head, and I wanted to share it with you guys. There's a lot of people out there that have a hard time with the idea of squatting. So when you mention squats or even mention powerlifting or competitive lifting in any fashion, people shy away from squatting. And usually they resort to an excuse of being injured or bad knees or bad back or bad hips, when in reality, the person you're talking to generally knows you're full of crap. They know you're afraid of the movement, you're unsure of the movement, or you just don't know how to do it and you're too afraid to ask. Well, I have a question, and if any of you guys out there can answer this for me, I would love to know. If you can't squat, if you're physically unable to squat, how do you get down to the toilet every day? Is there a slide in your house? Do you just collapse onto the toilet? Do you kind of shimmy down the wall? If you can answer that, I'd appreciate it, because whatever that mechanism is that you have in your house that kind of pulls you from a standing position to the seated position without squatting, I want one, primarily for my squat days. Joking aside, get over the fear. Get with somebody that you trust, get with somebody that you know, somebody in the fitness realm. 99% of the people that are athletes have no problem walking you through a movement, especially a squat. Understand that you're gonna have thick skin. You're probably gonna be corrected on your depth, on your movement, your hips, your foot placement, your toes, everything, which is fine, and you should be able to handle that. Considering the fact that most of you, I'm talking to the guys primarily, at one point you were told not to move your elbows when you did tricep extensions and curls. You didn't get mad at those guys, so don't get upset with the person teaching you how to squat. That is, if that is an interest of yours. And if you're a person that has any sort of fitness goals, whether it's strength or aesthetics, then the squat should be a focus on that goal. Most athletes already know this. It's kind of it's just information they gather along the way as they train. Squats are primary. If you want a foundation of strength, you want to build some muscle, you want to widen yourself out, you want to thicken up, you need a squat. I challenge you, whether you're squatting regularly or not, and especially if you're not, to make squats your primary movement. So if you're going to chart out a workout or a new routine, and on that Monday you're about ready to jot down your first exercise, make it a squat. Start putting a lot of your additional exercises around that primary movement, which should be your squat. Try that for 6 months and tell me there's no difference in either fat loss, muscle gain, athletic ability. Give it a shot. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't think I'm going to be. Give it a shot. If you are interested in learning how to do some of those primary movements without feeling awkward, without feeling like you're stupid or that you should know better, no. People at a competitive level are still learning and relearning and learning again and adjusting how they squat. It's not a big deal. But if you're serious about your fitness goals, you need to start doing it and ditch the excuses. There are many, 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 many examples of people that are in far worse position than you that are squatting to depth. Have a good night, guys. Talk to you later.